Welcome to Dark History, where we speak the unspoken.
Make the devil blush. Nero's reign was a symphony of darkness. Join me as we dissect his rise from a manipulated boy to a monstrous ruler and his fiery fall that scorched an empire. If you dare to face the shadows, stick around, because in the dark corners of history, the truth is always the most terrifying. Chapter 1. A Poisoned Beginning. In the shadow of Rome's grandeur, on December 15, AD 37, a boy named Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus was born in Antium, a coastal town kissed by the Tyrrhenian Sea. You'd later know him as Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, Nero, the name that chills the blood of history. His father, Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus, was a cruel consul, tainted by accusations of treason and incest. His mother, Agrippina the Younger, was a viper in human form, sister to the mad Emperor Caligula, daughter of the hero Germanicus, and a woman forged in exile's fire. When Nero was 3, his father died, likely of edema, leaving him in Agrippina's iron grip. She remarried twice, each union a rung on her ladder to power. Her second husband's mysterious death, poison, they whispered, cleared her path to Emperor Claudius, her uncle. By AD 49, she was his wife, and Nero, adopted as his heir, outshone Claudius's own son, Britannicus. At 16, Nero wed Claudius's daughter, Octavia, sealing his place in the imperial game. But Agrippina's ambition was a noose tightening around them all. In AD 54, Claudius ate mushrooms and died. Agrippina's hand, many swore, laced the dish with death. At 16, Nero ascended as emperor, his mother's face on coins beside his, a queen in all but name. Their bond, rumored incestuous by some, was a twisted dance of control and rebellion, ready to ignite. Chapter 2. The Golden Facade. For 5 years, Nero's reign glittered, a period historians call the Quinquennium Neronis. Guided by the philosopher Seneca and praetorian prefect Burrus, he played the benevolent ruler. He gave the Senate more voice, curbed corrupt tax collectors, slashed taxes, banned executions for petty crimes, and let slaves sue cruel masters. He built theaters, threw lavish games, and poured gold into the arts. Rome's borders held, its coffers grew. But beneath this mask, Nero's darkness stirred. By night, he shed his imperial robes for disguises, prowling taverns and brothels, brawling and assaulting strangers. His marriage to Octavia was a cold contract. His heart chased Acte, a freedwoman, and other fleeting passions. The court buzzed with whispers of his mother's meddling, her shadow looming large. Nero, chafing under her yoke, began to dream of blood. Chapter 3. The First Betrayal. In AD 55, the cracks widened. Britannicus, Nero's stepbrother, and a threat to his throne, collapsed at a banquet. His body racked epilepsy, the court claimed. But poison, crafted by the infamous Locusta, was the true culprit, slipped into his drink. Agrippina, who had used Britannicus to control Nero, raged at the loss. Her son's defiance grew. By AD 59, he resolved to end her. Poison failed thrice, as Agrippina's antidotes held strong. A rigged boat designed to collapse on the Bay of Baiae left her swimming to shore, defiant. Nero, undeterred, sent assassins to her villa. As blades fell, she pointed to her womb and spat, "Strike here, for this bore Nero." Beaten, stabbed, she died, and Nero spun lies of her treason. Rome whispered, "Matricide." The emperor was unshackled, and the monster emerged.
If this dive into Nero's dark beginnings has you hooked on the horrors of history, hit that like button to show your support. Subscribe to Dark History for more chilling tales from the shadows, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Drop a comment below. Who do you think was Rome's most twisted emperor? Let's discuss in the darkness. Now, back to the bloodbath. Chapter 4. A Trail of Corpses. With Agrippina gone, Nero's leash snapped. In AD 62, Burrus died. Poison, some said, and Seneca withdrew, leaving no one to tame the beast. Nero divorced Octavia, accusing her of adultery, and exiled her to Pandataria. Public outcry brought her back briefly, but new charges, incest with a slave, sealed her fate. Her head was sent to Poppaea Sabina, Nero's new love, whom he married that year. Poppaea, as cunning as Agrippina, bore a daughter in AD 63, who died soon after. In AD 65, during a heated row, Nero kicked the pregnant Poppaea in the belly, killing her and their unborn son. Grief or guilt? The latter seems unlikely, for Nero's bloodlust only grew. His aunt Domitia Lepida was poisoned for mocking his singing. Senators and nobles faced forced suicides, their wealth feeding Nero's coffers. Locusta, now his poison maestro, tested toxins on slaves and beasts, perfecting her art. Chapter 5. Depravity's Stage. Nero's desires twisted further. He married men and women alike, flaunting convention. Pythagoras was his wife, Dorophorus his husband. Most grotesque was Sporus, a boy resembling Poppaea. Nero had him castrated, dressed him as an empress, and wed him publicly, parading him through Rome. Suetonius tells of Nero in animal skins, tying youths to stakes and attacking their genitals in savage mock-beast rituals. His villa became a theater of debauchery, with orgies where bound victims endured his whims. Rome's elite shuddered, but none dared speak, for Nero's spies were everywhere. Chapter 6. The Flames of Rome. In July AD 64, Rome burned. The Great Fire, born near the Circus Maximus, devoured 10 of 14 districts over 6 days. Thousands perished. Countless lost homes. Nero, in Antium, returned to lead relief, opening gardens for shelters, importing grain, cutting prices. Yet whispers accused him of arson, clearing land for his dream palace. Some swore he sang of Troy's fall, strumming his cithara atop the Esquiline hill as flames roared. To silence the rumors, he pointed to the Christians, a sect deemed strange and seditious. The persecutions were nightmarish. Tacitus writes of believers sewn into animal skins, ripped apart by dogs, or crucified upside down, like St. Peter. Others, coated in pitch, burned as human torches to light Nero's garden feasts. Women and children faced rape or gladiatorial slaughter. St. Paul's beheading came under Nero's reign. This was no mere scapegoating. It was genocide, earning Nero the title of Antichrist, his name in gematria spelling 666. From the ashes, Nero built the Domus Aurea, a 300-acre palace of obscene opulence. Gold-leafed walls, ivory ceilings, and a dining room that rotated like the heavens mocked Rome's suffering. A 120-foot statue of Nero as the sun god loomed at its gate, later giving the Colosseum its name. Artificial lakes, vineyards, and roaming beasts filled the grounds. Nero's baths flowed with seawater and sulfur water. His wardrobe, never worn twice, drained treasuries. To fund this, he debased coins, looted temples, hiked taxes, and forced suicides to seize estates. In AD 66-67, he toured Greece, rigging Olympic victories and adding lyre playing to win 1,808 prizes. Audiences, trapped in theaters, endured his endless performances. Some faked death, others leapt from balconies. Pregnant women gave birth in the stands, unable to escape. By AD 68, Nero's excesses broke Rome. Governor Vindex in Gaul rebelled, mocking Nero's lyre playing. Galba in Spain joined him. The Praetorian Guard, once loyal, backed Galba. Nero's plans, poisoned wells, lionesses against rebels, fizzled in his indecision. Declared a public enemy by the Senate, he fled to a villa outside Rome. On June 9, AD 68, as soldiers closed in, Nero faltered. He slashed his wrists, but weakly. Poison failed when he vomited it up. His secretary, Epaphroditos, drove a dagger into his neck. "What an artist dies in me," he gasped, dying at 30. No grand funeral followed. His body was quietly cremated by nurses at Claudius and Alexandria, buried by Acte. The Julio-Claudian dynasty collapsed, ushering in the chaos of the Year of the Four Emperors. Nero's name became a curse. Ancient historians, Suetonius, Tacitus, Cassius Dio, branded him a monster, though their senatorial bias stings. Christians saw him as the beast of Revelation. Yet the poor mourned him, laying flowers on his tomb for years, spawning impostors claiming his return. The Domus Aurea's ruins, uncovered in the Renaissance, inspired artists like Raphael. Some modern scholars call him a populist reformer, slandered by elites. Others see only tyranny. Was he mad, narcissistic, or just a product of Rome's rot? His reforms, tax cuts, urban planning, Greek freedoms, pale against his sins: matricide, uxoricide, infanticide, genocide, and ruin. Nero's story is a warning. Power, unchecked, breeds horrors that echo through time. And there you have it, the infernal saga of Nero, the emperor whose darkness still casts a long shadow over history. If this journey through his twisted reign left you craving more macabre mysteries, smash that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with fellow history haunts. Comment below. What dark figure from the past should we resurrect next? Until our next descent into the abyss, remember, the past isn't dead. It's lurking, waiting to be uncovered. Stay in the shadows, my friends. This is Dark History, signing off.
It's a dark history.